Guys, all the cars that you see in these videos are for sale on my website, www.woodsandbarclay.com. Enjoy the video. So you guys just saw a clip of me washing the car out here. But what you haven't seen and what I didn't record today is the 2 hours
that you actually worked.
that I was really working with Scott over here. There's Scott. And we spent the last 2 hours detailing this vehicle. And it looks fantastic. So we didn't show that part, but I'm going to go ahead and roll it out here and we're going to do the walk around video. For the 1979 300 SD, this is the W116 chassis. And as many of you know, this is my favorite diesel Mercedes, the 1978 to 1980 models. So let's go ahead and get started. All right guys, I've got the sun over my shoulder today, so sorry for the shadow on the car there, but we're gonna go ahead and start with the list. So I'll replace the window brushes. So what those are, these are window brushes, and I'll replace those with some new old stock that I was able to obtain. Popped off the trim and replaced those. Re-zinc dichromated or cadmium plated all the parts in the engine compartment. Did a valve adjustment, new valve cover gasket, new tie rods, new center link, new steering damper shock, new front upper control arms, new front calipers, new front brake hoses, new Bilstein HD front shocks. It's important to use the HD shocks on these cars because that is closer to the original feeling from the factory. They're a little bit tighter, a little bit stiffer valving. New wheel bearings, new wheel bearing seals. Refinished the original hubs. That means sanded and painted, sanded, cleaned and painted. Refinished original dust shields. Sanded and painted the steering knuckles. New rear calipers, new rear rotors, new rear brake hoses, also new front brake hoses. I don't know if I said that. New Bilstein HD rear shocks, new flexible transmission cooler lines, removed and cleaned the fuel level sender, refinished the air filter housing, new clips on the air filter housing, new AC compressor, new AC dryer, converted to R134. Put in the aluminum housing AC servo. That eliminates the issue on the 116 chassis of the servo housing cracking. That's what causes the ACs to stop working. Lubricated auxiliary water pump. Reupholstered the horsehair. It's actually coconut fiber in the back seat. There's a video on that. Put in a new primer pump, new main fuel filter, new pre-fuel filter. Removed and cleaned the fuel sending, already said that. Rotella 15W40 oil and filter. Transmission flush, lubricated sunroof. Coolant flush with the correct coolant differential oil change. Power steering flush and filter. New wheel lug bolts. Professionally detailed, polished and buffed, and put some new tires on there. Wow, that's a long list. So I worked really hard on this vehicle, trying to get everything perfect on it. Let's go ahead and zoom in and focus on some details. All right, if you zoom in on the front of the car, you will notice there's no cracks or any damage on the original Bosch headlight bezels. It's hard to find those for the 116, and these are in excellent condition. Same goes for the side markers. Also, you saw in the video where I replaced the bumper, because on the original bumper there was a little dent right here. So that is an original 116 bumper I had in the shop. The grille, excellent condition. The colors have not faded on the Mercedes logo. So you have the white on the star and then the blue around the back. The aluminum, anodized aluminum, is great condition. You can see my hand reflection in there. These are the bumperettes. And these are like the eyebrow moldings. These are excellent condition. This is an incredible condition car for 1979. Well, hell, for any year, this is an incredible condition car. The paint on the car is outstanding. There's a few rock chips. It's been driven. See some here and here. But it's outstanding paint. The bunt wheels, excellent condition. Tires were just put on last week. And you can see I did center caps and new lug bolts. The trim down the side of the car, that's all original stuff. Outstanding condition. We'll go ahead and get to the back of the car in a minute. What's really awesome on this car is look at the condition of all the anodized aluminum trim. Oops, I need to move this little clip up here. There we go. That's supposed to be over that one. The trim is outstanding condition. Let me see if I can get my shadow out of the picture. Yeah, look at this. Excellent condition, even on the door handles. It's not cloudy, doesn't have damage or dents all over it, even around the windows. Great condition. The rubber gasket, or it's not really a gasket, just the rubber piece around the side mirror, excellent condition. It's not torn up at all. The side mirror is excellent condition. I didn't clean that spot. Go up here so you can see on the roof. The windshield gasket. The windshield gasket is great condition. The gasket does not need to be changed. It's still soft, it's not cracked, it's not peeling back. Great condition. Original windshield. Excellent condition. I think we might still have the Mercedes sticker over here. No, that probably, sun damage probably took that off long ago. Those stickers, the sun often gets them and they'll peel off. The chrome antenna bezel on the Hirschman antenna, excellent condition. And the antenna works. That's been serviced and lubricated. Let's get back here to the rear bumpers. See how good all that looks? And also changed the rear bumper. And you can go back and watch this in all the videos. There's like an 8-part video series for this car, but the original bumper had 2 little dents right there. So this is a old stock original bumper from another 116 that I put on the car, and this one is dent free. Rear lights, excellent condition. This is just an amazing 116. It is so hard to find these vehicles. I've only sold 2 116s or 116 300 SDs. Well, this one hasn't sold. So this is the second one. I sold one last year, but these are extremely hard to find. The one that I sold last year was actually a car that I bought back that I did like 2 years before. And as many of you know, I drove a 116 chassis car for like 10 years. A gentleman came by the shop and actually bought my daily driver. But these are fantastic cars. They ride better than the 126. They handle better. They're just nicer. Everything about the 116 chassis is nicer. The materials are better. They're better built. They're just better cars. They didn't make many of them though. They only did the diesels for 3 years. And this is an exceptional one. Let's go ahead and move to the interior. Actually, I want to show you guys the engine compartment while we're out here. That sun is right over my shoulder and trying to mess up my video, but not much I can do about it today, guys. Yeah, let me show you this engine. Okay, something that's different about the 116, you know, on the 123 you pull out the little tab that sticks through the grill. On the 116 there's a handle right here that you pull, and a handle right here you pull. So it takes two hands, and I've already done it because I'm holding the camera. This is awesome. So everything was removed from the engine compartment, and I sent it all off and had it re-zinc dichromate plated, or re-cadmium plated, if you want to call it that. This is what they look like new from the factory. That is a beautiful engine compartment. Took a lot of time to do that, you guys. The hood pad, perfect condition. That's a new hood pad. I put in a new battery. The battery's only a few weeks old. It is pollen season here in Georgia, and pollen gets over everything. I even replaced these little clips on the air filter housing with original Mercedes clips because I wanted the cadmium plating on the clips. A gentleman from Poland actually mailed those to me. That was pretty cool of him. Now, this is the part that you have to do on the 116 chassis. This is your climate control servo. Now, it's a good design. The climate control system in these cars works outstanding as long as you address the climate control servo. The servos from the factory came with this like Bakelite material, and you can see this one has been changed out for an aluminum housing. And because what would happen, the coolant flows through here. You can see the coolant tube goes up through here, and that adjusts, your heat, or your AC or your heat adjusts your temperature by how much coolant flows through, and the servo that moves up and down in here controls that flow. Now, when these were the Bakelite or this plastic material, the housing would just, over the years, it would crack, and your coolant would start leaking right there, and they would stop working. So this is what you fix, and you'll have a perfect working climate control system. You also replace the little amplifier module behind the glove box. This has already been done on this car. AC system works fantastic. You do not have to worry about that. This right here, this little guy is your auxiliary water pump. I've already popped the cap off. I've oiled and lubricated that. This is just an awesome engine compartment. Doesn't get any better than that. Let's see if we can move in here to the interior. Still have a horrible sun shadow, but I think you guys can get the idea. This is a mint condition interior. There's no wear, there's no tears. This is MB-Tex, and the vehicle only has 77,341 miles. These are all the original carpets. I've cleaned and shampooed them. They're in excellent condition. All the carpet in here is in excellent condition. But these seats, the interior is immaculate. Finding a 116 300 SD like this, and look at the dash. There is not a blemish or crack anywhere on that dash. All of the wood paneling is great condition. Let me zoom in down here. Now that's all of the original wood, and you'll see around the climate controls, you see there's a little crack right there. I think there was one over there. Oh, there's one right up there. You see that little, let's see, right here and right here. If you guys find a 300 SD 116 chassis that does not have a crack right there, let me know, because I'm never going to hear from you. They don't exist. It's like that on every single one of these cars. Look at that wood. But this wood is in immaculate condition, and that's all original. That has not been tampered with. All the switches, buttons, outstanding condition. Zoom out here and look at the door panel. These are just better materials, especially around the door. You don't have the wind lace like on the 116, like on the 126 or the 123. This is like a hard, like leather wrapped material. Even the B-pillar covers 116s are built with better materials. This is like the last of the classic Mercedes. You can see the felt here, the windlace right here is flawless. The strikers on a 116 are even better. You don't have the little tab that'll break off. Let me move my rack here. You don't have the little tab that breaks off and needs to be replaced like on 123s and 126s. Watch how these doors shut. That's where the bank vault, you know, name came from, is like the 116. 126s and 123s don't shut like that. The gaskets around the doors, these gaskets are remarkable condition. I mean, that could have been changed decades ago. I doubt it. I mean, the car was just a garage kept vehicle. Look at that. Gaskets are excellent condition. Let's go back here to the back. And you notice too, there's no sun damage. There's no sun fade from coming through the window, and it hasn't damaged any of this area. The anodized aluminum strips on the interior are still intact. The seat back nets, they never sag on the 116 because there's a metal frame around them. You don't have to worry about that issue. Now, one of the dreaded issues on the 116 chassis is the horsehair back seat. And if you look at the videos on this car on the website, you will see that this has been removed and completely redone. All this has been restuffed. I'm so sorry for the shadow. The sun is right behind me, but you guys get the idea. You don't have the coconut fibers is what it actually is. You don't have that in here anymore. All the pleats were restitched. See, that's all brand new stitching. All the stitching was removed by hand, and then pleats were reinserted. It was repadded, and burlap was put behind it, and then all the stitching was put in. Every single one of these. That's the correct way to do it. Let's go ahead and look at the headliner. The headliners in the 116 are nicer. Like I said, everything is nicer on these cars. You can see the light correctly lights up back there. See if the reading light works. I have never tested this. Look at that. Even the reading lights in the back seat still work. Package tray, good condition. Here's the first aid kit. That's the original first aid kit in there. Let's walk around to the other side. Oh, I didn't shut the first aid kit. Oh, let me show you guys the trunk. Oh, okay, there's the floor mats that came in the car. I'll take those out because I always like the original carpets that Mercedes put in there, but you do have a set of floor mats. And underneath here, there's the spare with the toolkit and the jack. It still has the little tag that they hung from the spares that tells you, I think that's the torque maybe on the lug bolts. And it still has the rubber mat under here also. What you can do, you can take the carpet up here and then put the rubber mat on top if there's anything wet that needs to be put back here. Trunk is excellent condition. All the original liner is still in here. The trunk light works. Everything works on this car. Go ahead and zoom down here. Bunt wheels are amazing condition. I put some hand-cooked tires on there. Guys, everything under this car is brand new. You can see the videos of me doing all of it. Yeah, the sun is not so bad on this side. There you go. You can see the seat a little better here. This is a perfect condition rear seat. You're never going to have to worry about because what happens on most 116s, all the horsehair falls out, or coconut fibers fall out down to the bottom, and this becomes like loose, and the material rips, and your back seat is no good. And it doesn't happen on the front seats. It's just that back seat on the 116 chassis. Look at all the trim back here. You can see the window brushes were replaced. Here's all the books and manuals with the car. I'll just put these in the floorboard here. There we go. Carpets are... Yeah, this is every single service record back to day one on this vehicle, including... There's like handwritten notes from the original owner. The window sticker, the original window sticker is also in here. There we go. There's the original Mercedes window sticker. There you go. Back in 1979, it was $28,815. But yeah, everything, every single service record, every single document is in here. There's the car. Looks like the owners took it to a car show. Previous owners. It's all fully documented. Let's just set that down here. There's all the books and manuals. Check the glove box here. Oh, you can see I put some heavy lithium grease in all the hinges and the door straps. So those hinges are in extremely good condition. That's fully lubricated. Got some old registration in here, and oh, that's a fuse remover. Take that old registration out. I'll leave the fuse holder in there. All right, well, let's go ahead and we'll get in the car and I'll show you everything works. All right, so the 116, you have to let the glow plugs glow longer than a 123. You'll notice the glow plug light. See, it stays on longer. There you go, turns off. Cold start. There's our oil pressure just came up. Perfect idle RPM. Excellent running engine. You guys can watch the test drive video. Let's show the windows. We'll go ahead and do the front and back windows. And roll those back up. There's the front and rears. Sorry for the sun, guys. Horrible time to record a video today. And we'll get the back window here. You can see all the windows, all lubricated, working perfectly. All right, let's see the sunroof control. Here we go. Look how fast that sunroof is. I lubricated it. It's in excellent condition. And watch the wind dam right here. Watch how it shuts. See how it flipped down? All the visors, excellent condition. The interior light. I'll set it to open when the door opens. There we go. Okay, so this car has the original Becker radio. Put up the antenna. Let me show you guys the antenna works. Original antenna works perfect. Original radio works great. I'm going to go ahead and turn that off. Speakers are in great condition. Let's do the climate control. Put my antenna switch off. Oh, so this is the rear light. There we go. See the rear light turning on and off. We'll do the climate control. You turn on the AC. We'll just do auto high. It's immediately blowing ice cold air. Now, if we adjust it, let's go up. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but the blower motor slowed down a little bit. Now it just slowed down even more. Climate control works perfect. I like the climate control on these better than the 123 or the 126. When you have them sorted out, they work excellent. Let's turn that off. There's the rear defogger. You can see the lights light up. The rear defroster, I mean. Everything works perfect in this car. All right, what I want to show you now is the vacuum system. You see the locks are unlocked right now. I'm going to lock the driver's side. See how the locks all correctly went down. And then if you unlock it, well, it wasn't fast enough, but see how they all came back up? All the vacuum system is working correctly. So let's go ahead and shut this guy off. Well, there we go, guys. This is a fully sorted 1979 116 300 SD. It doesn't really get much better than this. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope I covered everything. I covered the list of all the items I'd done on the vehicle. It's excellent condition. There's an 8-part video series on the website, so please go watch all the videos and it'll answer any questions you have about the car. Hope you enjoyed the video. Email me, call me if you have any questions. We'll see you guys next time. The sun went down a little bit. There we go. Now that the sun's down, you can really appreciate the interior of this vehicle. Yeah, my shadows aren't messing it up now. Look at that. Remarkable condition. This is a beautiful car. Even the clock works in here, guys. Everything works.